Hello everyone, Coach Dax here for Weaponized Boxing, and today we're going to take up a very simple but effective drill that I like to call the in and out drill. Okay, but before we get into that, always remember that with any type of fighting, be it free hand or empty hand or with a weapon, fighting with a weapon, there is always the issue of range. Okay, so here we deal specifically with boxing and knife and stick fighting. Right. So what that means is, if, for example, you have an opponent, okay, you always have to be mindful of your range. Why? You always have to find that range where you can hit. Okay, all right. But also, you have to keep in mind that if you can hit your opponent, he can also hit you back. Same thing with the knife. Okay, if you stab, boom, if you can stab your opponent can stab you back. Okay, so it's important that we always have to manage our distance. Okay, so that's why when we fight, okay, we always stay at that range. We stay at that range. We're just outside. Okay, of course there's infighting, but right now we are dealing more with outfighting. Okay, so remember that there's this range wherein you're just out of reach of your opponent. Same as you're just out of range with your strike. Okay, Scott Babb of Libre Fighting likes to call this the horizon line. Okay, so the horizon line is where you are just out of reach. Okay, now to be able to get to your opponent, you have to step in, right? So step in, boom, then you're in. Okay, and from here, step in, boom, step in, boom. Okay. Same with the knife. Okay. Step in, boom. Step in, boom. Okay. Without stepping in, I'm out of range. Now to be able to train that and be used to that, okay, we do the in and out drill. Okay. Quite simply, all right. You draw a line. Can be imaginary. You can draw it with chalk. Okay. Draw a line on the floor. You can use a ladder. All right. All right. And what you do is you step right in front of that line. Okay. And then you step over the line when you jab. This is the boxing part. Boom. And then, all right, from this position, you step out, and as you step out, you throw a right cross. Boom. Again, boom, boom, boom. Okay. If you put that all together, it looks like this. Then you go back the other way. Okay. Same thing with the knife. Imaginary line. Opposite stance. Knife forward. Okay. Here, step in, step out. Okay. And then back. Okay. Now, main difference here is, okay, when you do freehand, you're doing two punches fully extended. Okay. So you do a jab when you step in, and as you step out, you do a cross. Okay. Full extension. Not so with the knife. Okay. With the knife, you still extend, but not so much with your free hand. Okay. As you step in, okay, and when you step out, you do a check. Okay. About mid-range. Boom, 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 boom. Now, why is that? Because with the knife, we don't want to extend our free hand too much, because this is also a target. Okay, you don't want to give that to your opponent. Okay, because he might feint. Okay, and you try to check, and he can slice you or stab your hand. Okay, so just keep it at mid-range, maybe even less. Boom, boom. Okay, a good start-off point would be to do 1 3-minute round of free hand, going back and forth. Okay, and then 1 3-minute round with a knife. Okay. Going to the right, then going to the left. Okay, in and out drill.